Season 4, first of all, you're going to expect more of everything you already love. You're going to expect more drama, more laughter, more love. And that's not just romantic love, but more love with the girls.
Hi, everyone. My name is Brianna Bell with PopCulture.com, and I am here joined by KJ Smith of Sistas on BET Plus, and we'll also be able to watch her in Power Book 3, Raising Kanan.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's been a great day. It's Sistas Day. So very excited about that. How are you?
I am amazing. I wanted to start off by saying congratulations on your recent engagement.
Thank you. I appreciate that. No, it's been a really exciting few weeks for me. It's very exciting.
So now we're on season 4 of Sistas. So, oh my gosh, tell me, what is that like? What can we expect from this season? What's going on with Andy?
Okay, season 4, first of all, you're going to expect more of everything you already love. You're going to expect more drama, more laughter, more love. And that's not just romantic love, but more love with the girls. And, you know, I think what's really fascinating is the commentary that has begun about starting a new friendship with a new person. We love Fatima. And so the fact that Fatima is kind of joining the group, and then some people have ideas about it, it starts a commentary about how does one join a friend group as an adult. And I think that's a really cool conversation that no one really talks about. It's hard because, you know, when you reach a certain age, you have your friends. You're like, these are my friends and that's it. But there is an evolution of self where, you know, you have friends that you work with. Can they then join your friends from college? Can they then join your friends from childhood? So I just love the dynamic shifts and knowing, like really questioning what is true friendship. Do I just have a trauma bond with this person? Do I only talk to this person when I need something? Like that, I think that has been the biggest thing for all of our characters. And also for me personally is realizing, like, even looking at that has made me address my own friendships. And it's been pretty cool.
And I think the fans certainly also love Fatima, as we've seen, and there's supposed to be a spin-off in the works focusing on
There is.
Fatima.
Yes, we love to see it.
Right. What is that like watching, you know, this entire universe start to expand in so many different ways now?
You know what? I'm just proud. Like Tyler Perry is just a dope human, and the opportunities that he's presented for every single one of us, it does not stop with one thing. He is just, so I did a movie for him before I even had Sistas. Like he has just changed my life in so many ways. And I love the fact that I get to witness the evolution of a show that he created, and we took his words, we took his ideas, and we brought to life. And now there's a baby from that show that is then going to spawn other, you know, it's just like really, it's really exciting. And nobody deserves it more than Crystal and DeVal. Like they are incredible actors. They are great to work with. They are my personal friends. So I'm just happy for them. Like I am, don't tell Karen this, but I'm Team Fatima too.
You mentioned that you worked with Tyler Perry before and did a movie with him, A Medea's Family Funeral, in 2019.
You know,
we do our research. So you spent your fair share of time working on the Tyler Perry Studios lot. What is that like? It was so monumental for him to open his own studios, which I've heard is big enough to rival Universal's. What is it like just being able to go in there every day?
It's a dream come true. Like, honestly, it is a dream come true. I pinch myself every time I do it. You know, I have videos of me literally just crying because my first season, I just wanted to capture every moment. And I'm so happy I did that. I haven't shared it with anyone. I may burn it, but I'm so happy I did it because I'll never have that moment again where I first went on the lot for a show that would do what it has done. you know? So I feel so grateful every day. I feel like Tyler is an icon. He's a legend. He has changed not only the lives of the people on his shows, but he has changed the film industry for all of eternity. Like, he has just changed so much. So I don't know. It feels like a dream. That's what I would say.
I would say I would agree, first of all, but I would also like to add on and think that we are living within this like renaissance of Black art right now. And we're seeing so many shows come from that as well. I mean, on top of all of Tyler Perry's contributions, not even just on BET Plus, but just in general. And then we're also seeing shows like Harlem and shows like Run the World. And there's more space for Black women on TV. And what do you think of this time, especially with all of the comparisons too that come along with that?
You know, I feel like that's a habit that we have to fall out of. I think it's a habit, the habit of comparison is so detrimental to our culture as a whole. You know, I just remember even back in the day, I was like, oh, this R&B artist is not this R&B artist. And it's like, no, they're not. And that's fine. That is why we love them both. So I just think I watch all the shows. Any show that represents Black women and give Black women a voice, I watch every single one of them. I just watched the finale of Insecure. I binge watched Harlem. I binge watched Run the World. I watch all the shows because we have to support each other. Like, we are all changing the world. Right. You know, we're not just changing the lives of the people within us. We're changing the world because people are seeing more Black faces. They're able to be like, oh, wow, a lawyer can wear twists in her hair and that's still professional. Because one thing they will never say about Andy is that she doesn't look like a professional. But in society, having twists or locks or anything of the sort, protective styles, it's like, oh, what? You know, but because of what is happening in the media, because we change the world, because we put the images so the world can see and believe in us and know that things can change. The reason why, and I don't want to get too deep, but a reason why there are other cultures that have never even seen a Black person or scared of Black people is because of the content that was put on the TV in the 80s and the 90s. Well, now they're seeing Black professors and Black doctors and Black chefs and Black all these things. And we love to see it. We love to see it. So I love what's happening. I don't like the comparisons because we're all so different. And you can love every different show for all the differences. And you can love it for the similarities, you know, oh, it's 4 girls. It must be this. No, it's very much not. So yeah, I'm proud of all this Black girl magic that I get to watch and be a part of. I'm proud of the fact that little girls are coming up to me and changing their hair and be like, I want to look like Andy, or I'm Andy for Halloween. Like, I am proud. I am very proud.
And I think that even with every space, I think there's a character that speaks to someone. And I find myself watching Andy, and I'm Andy's biggest fan. I am rooting for Andy because Andy is the best lawyer that we have seen so far. If I'm going ever to go through a divorce, I want Andy to represent me.
That's right.
So what have you learned from playing this character? I mean, it's been 4 seasons now. And what has it shown you about, your growth as an actor?
You know, it's one thing to be an actor, because I was an actor for a very long time. And it's a whole other thing to lead a show. It's a whole other thing. So I think leading a show has taught me more about my capacity as a human for compassion, for love, for leading by example, for staying focused and not being distracted. It's taught me all those things because I've gone on sets and done a line here and there. And I've walked in and said, would you like your tea hot or cold? And then I left. And then I've gone on shows for a couple episodes and I've been this person. But to lead a show has taught me so much. it's taught me to have compassion for new actors. It's taught me to, because it starts from the head, right? Tyler is generous, Tyler is loving, Tyler is brilliant, right? So it gotta stay up here. At the very least, I have to be all those things, right? But also I'm very much hands-on. I like to communicate with people. I like to, that is my style. I'm high energy. I like vibes on set. You know what I mean? I am just that person. So it's just taught me so much about who I am, what I like, and how to stay focused, because even in doing that, it's a lot of distractions that can happen. And I've never been more focused because of it. So if I'm on set and, I used to be a background actor, and there are 20 background actors, I know that out of those 20, at least 5 are looking at me like, okay, how do I get in on that level? How do I get there? And so I have to be an example for them. I don't have time if something falls and I'm in the middle of a crying scene. I don't have the time to go, hey guys, could you keep it down over there? I have to stay connected. I have to stay focused. I have to do my job, not just for me, but for the people who are going to come after me or who are going to kill it after me, because that's what I was doing as I was a background artist. I was literally sitting there when I was doing background on Days of Our Lives and doing background on all these shows. I did every show that was happening in the 2010s. I was on it. You can see my little head bopping around in the restaurant or in the doctor's office or in the mortuary. I was in it all. So it's not really about me anymore. It's about everyone who's to come after me. And when I think about it like that, nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. I'm already, I have mentees that their lives have already changed. Changed. And it makes me proud. It makes me excited and proud. I feel pretty dope for that.
Oh, you are. So I think also we've seen, especially so many fan perspectives on the show, even just thinking all the way back in the beginning of Andy and Gary and how tumultuous and crazy all of that was. What is one fan's perspective that you have been surprised to hear?
Oh, one fan's perspective? It's interesting because the fans really help me with character development when they tell me their stories. So it's a lot of fans' perspectives that I have to really digest. Every fan that sends me a story that they've gone through that's similar to Andy or similar to Gary, I listen. I listen intently because this is character research. This is character development. But I've literally been on the phone with my cable provider for an hour where she's telling me how she got through what she went through. And I'm just like, wow, it's always fascinating because, KJ Smith, when I first got Andy, I was like, why is she making these decisions? And the more I think about even my life, I'm like, hold on, no, you have made a similar decision, maybe not with the exact circumstance, but you also made said decision. So I think all the fanfare and all the commentary and all the theories are really dope because it really helps us to be more connected with our audience and tell a more authentic and genuine story.
Yeah. And jumping from Sistas, now talking about season 2 of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Oh my goodness. Can you tell us more of how we are going to be seeing you throughout this upcoming season?
Absolutely. I can't tell too much. I play the character of Calamar, and I have a 15-year-old daughter, and I am not the conventional mom. And in doing this character, I had to understand, because my mom, by all accounts, was the conventional mom. She worked a lot, but I mean, now that is what a mom looks like, right? So by all accounts, my mom was very doting and loving and all those things. So I really had to dig deep for her and go past my own experiences. And I really had to call on my friends from New York that were parents in the 90s, parents in the 80s, to see what was going on in that time where, parents made the choices that they made with their children, allowing them to maybe do things that maybe a parent shouldn't allow a child to do, or doing things that maybe a parent shouldn't be doing. So I really had to dig deep for this character to get a better understanding of what parenting looked like at that time. I can look here in 2022 with no kids and say, this is what a parent is supposed to do. But that wouldn't help me with my character, right? Mm-hmm. So I really, really, really had to hit the pavement, get on the phone, get on virtual Zooms, and just it was heartbreaking. I'm going to be honest with you, even in doing the research. And then when I developed my own character, creating the backstory for her, it made me more compassionate for her choices. You know, it's like, you'll never meet a stranger if you take the time to understand perspective, right? You'll never hate someone. You'll never be prejudiced against someone if you can take the time and understand their perspective. It's about timing, location, their upbringing, their experiences. All those things make up a person. So, yeah, she's very interesting. I think people are going to love her or hate her.
I mean, it goes like that in the Power universe, honestly. It goes like
that. It's a thin line between love and hate, okay? So it could be both.
There is a rumor, you may not be able to confirm yet. There is rumors that your daughter in the show is supposed to be a potential love interest for Famous. Can you confirm or deny any of the rumors yet?
Why are y'all doing this to me? Why are you doing this?
We have to ask.
The question is, now what you should be concerned about is who is my love interest on the show.
Oh, we're concerned about that too.
No, I can't confirm or deny. I'm so sorry. But she is a beautiful actress. Josephine Lawrence, she's incredible, dynamic, Black girl magic, like all the things. She's glorious.
So coming from Sistas, how is it to do that kind of transition to a much darker tone, like in Raising Kanan?
It was hard. For me, it was very tough. It took a lot of coaching for me because me naturally, I'm very bubbly. I worked really hard to stay in a state of joy and gratitude and just happiness. Because of battling with, the things I battled with in the past with depression and all that stuff. So I focus on trying to feel good at all times. But when your character doesn't feel good, and by all accounts, I'm kind of method, it's like I have to feel the feelings in order to portray this. So it was really hard going to that dark place. It was really hard hearing those dark stories. It was really hard creating this world for her where what she does makes sense, because if a person is, let's just say a person is a bad person, they don't think they're a bad person. They think that they have to do the thing that they're doing, right? It's like, or they feel like they're out of control and that is forced upon them to do the thing that they're doing. Either way, it's like, they're not, I did that. I'm not a bad person. I had to do it. You see why I had to do it. And it's like, I guess, so it was really hard because I had to create this world where the things that she did had to make sense. And it was some dark pieces to that story. And in order for me to get a better understanding, I had to talk to the people who have experienced that. And that was even hard because it was like, sitting in on a therapy session, which is very heavy. It's heavy.
Yeah. But it's like they say, every good villain is the hero of their own origin story,
That's it. That is the quote I was looking for. That's good. Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us at popculture.com. I don't want to take up too much of the rest of your day, but we will be sure.
All day.
We will be sure to be on the lookout for those wedding details. I'm definitely interested in hearing more about this. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to be sure to check out any more details that you may let us know about the wedding in the future. We'll also be sure to watch you on Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, and on Sistas on BET.
Yes, thank you. So great talking to you. Have a good day.